In the history of the world, there have been some legendary rivalries. Good versus evil. East Coast versus West Coast. Ali versus Frazier. And now, the greatest face-off of all time, Britney versus Christina. In the next hour, we're going to decide which pop star comes out on top by answering important questions like, who's more naked?
What do I wear with chaps? Pants? No. Red panties? Sure.
Who's the bigger fashion felon?
I just think someone's gay stylist has gotten a little carried away.
Who's got better boobs?
All of a sudden, kaboom, kabam.
They got big.
Who's had the best rumors?
You have to have at least 2 or 3 sex tapes that you might be in. That's how you know you've made it.
And who got the better kiss?
You know it's sexy and hot when a gay guy is replaying a kiss by 2 women over and over and over. I mean, I popped a Woody.
So hitch up those lowriders and get into your corners. This is VH1 All Access, Britney versus Christina. Everyone's favorite part of the Britney-Christina rivalry takes place in a barrage of hot pants, half shirts, and fast-shaking body parts. It's all about naughtiness.
The competition between these two girls is really about who can become a bad girl first.
They're kind of in the sexual exploitation Olympics, and each time the bar gets raised higher and higher, they get crazier and crazier.
The quickest way to get naughty is to show skin, and lots of it. When in doubt, get naked.
They're pretty much naked in the large majority of their videos.
It's about being a girl. It's about celebrating your womanhood. You'd be lying if you said you didn't like feeling sexy.
At this point, it's like who can take off the most clothes legally.
So the question is, who's more naked? In 2000, Britney graduated from a naughty schoolgirl to a racy stripper for her VMA performance.
That was the hottest Britney moment ever, I think. I mean, within 5 minutes, she went from looking like Michael Jackson and Billie Jean to like a dancer at Scores.
Suddenly she's wearing the see-through number that she borrowed from Charo.
That was very good clothing pick. I thought she was nude. It was great.
I just wanted to be really sparkly and have like diamonds everywhere.
I think she was just trying to say to the world, I look good naked. I look real good. Ooh, I did it again.
Although not quite as nude, Christina plays a woman who gets naked for a living in her 2001 Lady Marmalade video.
She's got the garter and the black panties. No, that was sexy. I mean, I popped a Woody.
It was brilliant because it justified why these women would be standing around grinding in their underwear. They're prostitutes.
But it's supposed to be filthy. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Do I have to tell you what that means? Me tonight. What are they supposed to come out as? Dressed as reindeer?
Christina kept the skin raised tight when she showed the world her ass, and then some in her 2002 video, Dirty.
If I'm gonna wear chaps, what do I wear with chaps? Pants? No. Red panties? Sure.
She's definitely proud of her butt cheeks. She's going through a butt cheek phase.
I don't think she needs her caboose hanging out in the back of the pants to show that she's got game.
So when it comes down to it, it's Christina's peep show versus Britney's striptease.
Absolutely. Without a doubt, Christina shows way more skin. Is that wrong? I don't think so.
Christina's hand down the lord of getting naked.
Once they're naked, there's a simple recipe that instantly makes a naughty girl even naughtier. Just add water.
Christina and Britney love to get wet. Moisture equals hotness.
Which begs the question, who gets wetter?
I'm only happy when it rains.
When Christina got wet in her Dirty video, it was 1 part water and 5 parts friends.
Christina, when you were in the shower with 5 ladies, I felt like I was there also.
It looks like fun, right?
They're all like pounding the floor. She's like, I'm wet, I'm with my girlfriends. It's just sexiness beyond.
But notice, even in the shower, she didn't get that clean.
Christina may have thrown a party in the shower, but Britney's been getting wet her entire career.
There are some countries that will never have the amount of water that Britney has dumped on herself in her videos.
Britney's watershed moment came when she performed in an indoor rainstorm for her 2001 HBO concert.
What was with all the rain just dumping on her? We know you got nice tatas. We don't need to see it soak through the top. I mean, we get it.
When it's Christina's sexy shower versus Britney's water power, Britney is the champ.
We have to give it to Britney. Why? Sheer volume. Britney knows H2O.
Britney and Christina don't just look naughty, they act that way too by getting dirty.
Dirtiness is sexiness with an edge. It's sexiness where at the end of the day, you might want to spank them too.
When you see someone who's kind of dirty looking, you think, oh, baby, you are so hot.
So, who's dirtier? Britney was so hot in her I'm a Slave for You video that someone had to lick the sweat right off her face.
One of her dancers just licking her face, and I've never wanted to be a tongue so bad in my life.
Definitely some licking involved. Always good in the video.
Getting tongue from a dancer is naughty, but at the 2001 VMAs, Britney got down and dirty with another species.
As soon as there's a snake involved, you know there's something insanely kinky and oversexed about it. You're like, oh, this means orgy time.
She's dancing around with it, acting all suggestive. Her hair is matted down and she's doing that kind of stuff, you know. That says I want to get...
But it's all child's play compared to the mother of outrageous videos. It all comes back to dirty, where Christina pushed the envelope, then spanked it, spit on it, and humped its flap.
The dirty video really is like every form of sexual titillation kind of thrown into a Cuisinart and blended together.
We have extraordinarily sexual, borderline offensive dancing, women riding motorcycles, but the main thing we have is anonymous, hateful boxing, which is so taboo.
You know, if a guy would have come out with that video, it wouldn't have created half the controversy or half the hype that it did.
I think that's her in her prime right now. She's like, I'm a fighter, I spit, you know, I might smell a little, but it's good because I'm dirty.
What? Okay, so neither of these chicks is gonna get hired for a kid's party. But in the end, who's our dirty queen?
Christina comes by her dirtiness a little more naturally.
Christina is dirtier, hands down.
With Britney and Christina steaming up every newsstand and TV screen in America, the public began to debate one thing. Two things, actually. Their breasts.
I think people are more interested in Britney and Christina's boobs than their music because they're right there. You can't miss them. I mean, you have to get past that to even know that there's even music coming out of the mouth.
So who has better boobs?
Yeah, that's the hotness right there.
In the late 90s, Britney was a budding superstar with breasts to match. But as she climbed the charts, some suspected her mountains were man-made.
I want to know if those things are, like, real.
I think Britney paid for her boobs.
What? I don't know. Here.
I'm kind of thinking there was a little science involved in making her so boobalicious.
Britney's silicone debate peaked at the 1999 Kids' Choice Awards when she performed with a set of backup dancers that stole the show.
When people speculate about whether or not Britney has had breast implants, this is the picture that they usually point to.
Damn, her tatas were sticking straight out, talking to everybody. In that case, it was just like nature took place. Like, I can help that, you know?
Do you know that there's a bunch of little boys in the audience who came into puberty at that show?
But it's not just the size of Britney's breasts, it's also their range. They've changed shape more than Oprah Winfrey.
Britney's boobs today seem to have a magic to themselves.
Her breasts shrink and swell more than the tides at the ocean. Is it high tide or low tide? Does the moon affect it?
It's like the Bermuda Triangle.
It like defies logic.
She's a 36C, a 36D, or a 32A. Hello?
It's a mystery amongst everyone.
But Britney's not the only one whose natural wonders are causing a stir. Some feel Christina's jiffies popped out of nowhere.
Christina went from a 40-pound weakling to all of a sudden just kaboom, kabam to these enormous knockers.
What happened? Good Lord. They got big.
Do I really have to explain it? When little girls grow up and become women, they blossom.
Or could it have been a little visit to the boobatorium to have them stuffed?
Real or not, Christina's breasts have something Britney's don't. Jewelry.
With pierced breasts, you know right away that this person has a flair for decorating.
A for effort for dressing them up.
Piercings are hot. Yeah, piercings definitely hot.
Place your bets. It's Britney's Magic Mountains versus Christina's 5-carat tatas for the booby crown.
And there are...
They both have phenomenal racks.
Britney's breast is up by a cup size.
Britney's boobs have become a topic of conversation all over the nation.
Britney's breast up by 2 cup size.
The boobs are good. They're rounded and juicy.
Now here comes Christina. Christina's coming up with a piercing.
Christina's hot, but the boobs are sort of on a different wavelength. You should give them a talking to.
Now the piercing out. It's in, it's out. And Britney breasts win by a double D.
Oh, yeah. Britney is clearly the boob winner.
So at the end of round 4, Britney and Christina are dead even with 2 wins each. Coming up, we pit Britney and Christina head-to-head for spokesmodel superiority.
Pepsi, I never knew was that sexy.
Plus, both ladies can hold their own, but which kitten would win in a cat fight?
You want me to hit you one more time, baby?
I think Christina would beat the crap out of Britney.
And which clothes horse has the best bad fashion?
Christina Aguilera looked like Big Bird's wet dream.
Next on VH1 All Access, Britney versus Christina.